Lawton and I, in addition to doing the book funnel for me, which I talked about in the video, we also did an email campaign. We sent 8 emails for a $5,000 back end offer. My list is about 30,000 people, so it's not a huge list. And the $5,000 offer did not have a payment plan. So the numbers that I explained to you here are revenue collected numbers, right? None of this is outstanding. None of this is mastermind payments due. We did 8 emails and had 37 sales for $5,000 a sale, or $190,000 in collected revenue. That was off a back-end promotion. Lawton wrote all the emails. They were very compelling. They made people want to respond. They made people want to find out more information, and we were able to move 37 of those people to customers.
Hey everybody, it's Lawton Chiles. How you doing? An offer, though, is something that you put out into the marketplace that allows you to extract money, influence, and persuasive branding at the highest levels. But how do we get people to respond to our offer in a way that maximizes sales? How do we get people to respond to our offer in a way that positions us as the authority? Because with offer creation, nothing in the world is more powerful for successful offers and campaigns than if you were there face to face. The second that is if you are there in print. So that's a letter that comes to their house that they can read and hold in their hand. The third thing is, of course, virtually, like this. So this is a virtual live video. That's probably the third way. The fourth way is, of course, after the fact, watching a replay, a YouTube video, or a static post is the fourth most effective way to put an offer out into the marketplace. And so how do we supercharge the effectiveness of our offers? The number one way I've seen to do that is by being crystal clear in your offer about the situation and the problem that your audience is going through. If you can get totally clear on how to go from a specific problem. So what does this mean for your offers and your campaigns? Well, going back to the lady, right? The lady that we talked about, she come to me and said, my clients are overwhelmed with their client work. They're overwhelmed with their time not being able to be effectively used. And they're overwhelmed with just the pacing of life. And I was like, all right, well, give me a situation. And she kind of said, well, they're really tired of their phone ringing at 10 o'clock at night, right? With client calls. I was like, okay, that's a problem and a situation that we can point to, that we can identify to that person that we know how to solve that, right? Because it's situational. So if she came to me and said, well, I help relationship people. We deal with some relationship experts in our business, and they come to us and say, well, we have a program on finding the right guy, or we have a program on, going from fat to fabulous. Or we have a program on, how to have a happy marriage. And again, you can't point to those things in real life, right? Like, you probably know someone who's a happy marriage, or maybe you have a happy marriage, but you can't really go in there and say, excuse me. You can't really go in there and say, yes, I know exactly what that looks like, or yes, I'm going to help you have that, right? It's just too big of a situation. It's too big of a problem, right? But what if you kind of went in there and said, hey, you found a situation that they were fed up with or tired of, and you could point to that situation like, hey, are you tired of getting phone calls at 10 o'clock at night from your clients who are demanding that you drop everything and help them? What if you had a stable of 1, 2, 3, 5 clients a month coming to you every month like clockwork, who never had access to your phone number, who never had access to your private email, and yet were happy as clams to pay you 2 or 3 times what you're currently getting for your current clients, right? So you see how once we know the specific problem, we can easily guide them to a much faster solution. But if we don't know the problems that they're going through, if we're not specific about the situation that they're dealing with, we can never, ever put a believable framework in place for them right? Like, I help you get more clarity. I help you get out of overwhelm. I help you create great marketing messages that work, right? Still not specific enough. They can't point to something. They can't point to a great marketing message. They can't even point to, I help you get more sales or more clients every day. They really can't point to that and say, that's something I've seen before, something I know that it can work, and something that I believe that you can do, right? Versus, what can I take away from their life that they're fed up or tired of? So I hope that makes sense. If you would like our company to get with you and do a lot of the heavy lifting for you, so you're not having to write social media posts or social media messages, so you're not having to create a bunch of content yourself, so you're not having to be a keyboard warrior. If you basically would like me in my office to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you copy wise and messaging wise, like installing our $60,000 Back to the Future email into your framework. So if you have existing sales, what we want to do is ramp up those sales. We want to ramp up those customers. We want to give your plane that's already flying on course and it's already flying to the right destinations, right? You already have a sales pipeline in place. We want to make that do double or triple what it's already doing. So if you want more customers, if you want more clients with working less, and again, what do I mean by working less? I mean, you're not going to have to look at your keyboard and type out these sales messages yourself. You're not going to have to look at your staff and say, can you write emails to my list, even though I'm not sure what they should say, right? That's going to be gone, because what we're going to do is work with you hand in hand to install those frameworks, to install those formulas. Because again, it's all about the frameworks and all about the formulas. Let me share with you something here about the frameworks and formulas that we did.
Lawton and I, in addition to doing the book funnel for me, which I talked about in the video, we also did an email campaign. We sent 8 emails for a $5,000 back end offer. My list is about 30,000 people, so it's not a huge list. And the $5,000 offer did not have a payment plan. So the numbers that I explained to you here are revenue collected numbers, right? None of this is outstanding. None of this is mastermind payments due. We did 8 emails and had 37 sales for $5,000 a sale, or $190,000 in collected revenue. That was off a back-end promotion. Lawton wrote all the emails. They were very compelling. They made people want to respond. They made people want to find out more information, and we were able to move 37 of those people to customers.
You saw how that framework worked, is that we took 8 emails that on a campaign that we created with John, and we put that into his already existing gasoline tank, right? So the sales calls were already coming in. The offer was already a great offer. And again, so if you need someone to come in and do the heavy lifting on your offer, we can talk about that as well. What you need to do is go to chilescall.com. I'm going to paste in this. I'm going to show you right there, chilescall.com. And what happens when you go there is you will see a simple letter with a form that you can fill out to talk to my office, to have us help you install these $1 million offers. So what we did with John is he already had a great offer, which was awesome, right? The plane was already running. He already had existing sales and customers. And so what we did was we put a 8 email campaign on the back of that offer, and we were able to ramp up sales dramatically to the tune of about 300,000, 197,000 to 300,000 in extra revenue. And then that went into a much larger thing where the whole thing did about $1 million through different things that we installed into the back end pipeline of his already existing offer that was doing well, right? And so that is the power of an offer that has legs and that it can get into the market faster, right? Because if your market understands that you can solve their pain, that you can help them get rid of something they're fed up with, then they will keep buying from you, especially when you install a back-end pipeline funnel. So if you want to talk about how to install $1 million offer in your business without doing a lot of the heavy lifting, without doing a lot of the copy, without doing a lot of the thinking on what should I put in my Facebook ads, what's the best way to structure a upsell funnel for my existing offer that's already making sales? How do I take something that's already getting customers and clients and have them buy more of the same thing? Or what if I have a brand new offer that I want to put in front of past buyers? What's the best way to structure that message wise? How many emails should I send? What do the ads look like? What do the social media posts look like? What does the direct mail campaign look like? Can someone help me with this? Then that's why you should talk with our office at chilescall.com. Again, that's chilescall.com. And we're meeting with people and we're helping them to get clear on this and to install these type of frameworks in their business. And then at the end of that call, if they want to talk about becoming a client, and if you want to talk about becoming a client, then perhaps we have an opening and perhaps we can talk about that. Okay. But it's by no means like some kind of hyped up sales pitch. Okay. That's not how I operate. So, but again, like only you know if you really need this guidance and help or not. You know, if you think you're doing fine without it, cool. But I do think that we can probably help you if you already have an existing sales and customer framework that's working and you would like to have that run a lot faster, a lot farther, and have sales and have customers come in on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, however you'd like it structured, then that's what we do over here at my company at Chiles Advertising. So again, that form is at chilescall.com. All you do is go in there and fill that out at chilescall.com. You'll see a letter. You will see a little form, and I will get that in my email and we could talk. I'll reach out to you personally, or what you can do is you can send me a Facebook message if you would rather do that, and I will reach out to you as well. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped, and we'll talk to you soon.